sports, all plays. Yeah. All sports, all plays. All sports, all plays. 365, we making a plays. You talking the game, get you through the days. Great high in the court, the dime in the lane. Variety, topics, living the same. All presentation, sports information. In the airways, taking the nation. All sport, all plays, they working your faces. Grace at the field, so tie the laces. Sports, all plays.
All right, what's happening, everybody? Welcome to Easy Money, a sports betting show, Tuesday, April 30th, 2024. I'm Chris Gonzalez, joined by Tony Gonzalez. How's it going?
Pretty good. Not too bad. Didn't do great on my picks last night.
I think I went 5-4.
I went 3-3.
Yeah, 5-4. I went 1-2 in the NBA. I had the Nuggets won, but they didn't cover. And I had the Heat covering, and they got destroyed. Went 1-1 in hockey. I had Golden Knights, and they got beat.
Yeah, I went 1-1 too.
I went 3-1 in baseball. Only game I had wrong in baseball was I had the Yankees, and they lost to the Orioles.
Yeah, I had Miami. They lost to Washington. I had Atlanta. They lost to Seattle. But the Reds did win, and the Dodgers won. I'll tell you, talk about the Reds for a second. Lewandowski, I'll tell you what, man. If he can stay healthy and continue to pitch like he's pitching, he's definitely, I think, the ace for the Reds.
Yeah, I think he definitely is looking like he's going to be that guy. But he got off to a good start like that the last couple of years, and injuries have derailed it. So hopefully that doesn't happen this year.
See, I like the Reds pitching staff. I think their bullpen overall is going to be better. Dela Cruz right now is on fire. I like this team, man. I know they're in third place right now, 2 games back first. The evil Chicago Cubs are in first, 18-11. But long way to go still. But I'm. What's your thoughts on the Reds? I'm liking them right now.
No, I like them. They gotta be. Seems like we're it seems like our bullpen's been a little inconsistent, and but other than that, we're not playing too bad offensively. I think there's times where we gotta be a little more consistent. I think we have seen McClain being out hurt some, but
Yeah.
Dela Cruz has been on fire. Spencer Steer's been playing well, consistent like normal. I think the biggest kind of disappointment or surprise is Candelario hasn't been able to get anything going this season, and that was like the big move they made with bring him in and
had a good game last night.
Yeah,
So maybe he'll bring
yeah, like I said, it's early in the season, so but hopefully he gets in a groove, because if he gets in a groove, and with these other younger guys hitting the ball the way they are, I think they're really going to help our offense. But yeah, he hasn't been as productive as I think they thought he was going to be. But it's still early in the season, and sometimes it takes a little time to adjust.
Yeah, definitely.
Hey, how's it going, Glenn?
Well, also the Lakers are done. What's your feelings on that? And what do they need to do? Is there anything they can do to get that?
It didn't surprise me they're done. I thought they was gonna get swept. End up winning one game. Um, I think they need a point guard.
Heard some people talking about Trey Young.
I think a point guard would help them, and then they got to figure out a way to try to maybe revamp that bench a little bit. But I think they do need a point guard. Uh, D'Angelo Russell just isn't consistent enough. There's times he goes out there and has big games, but he's just not going to. He hasn't been consistent enough, especially in the playoffs. Look to move him. I don't. I mean, I think they're going to try to keep LeBron and Anthony Davis and try to build around him. I think that's their best option right now.
I agree. Do you think the coach stays?
Glenn said, well, their exit was going to happen. Glenn saying it's being reported that LeBron is opting out.
See, right here's a report. It says LeBron on future haven't given much thought, so you don't know what to. And then also, LeBron wants to play with his son.
Yeah, I did hear that. I guess the Lakers have made it known that they're open to drafting his son. So we'll see what happens with that. But I think everybody kind of figured that if LeBron tells them to draft him, they're going to draft him.
Let's be honest, Chris. He's not ready.
I mean, I don't think he's ready either. But
he's not even close to being ready.
If they think that's going to help them keep LeBron, that's what they're going to do.
Then there's been talk about Trey Young. What do you think? And he's not a good player.
I mean, I think it could be a good fit if he goes there and he buys in and buys into what they're wanting to do. And he buys in that he's not the number one guy. With LeBron and AD, and then with his ability to shoot and pass, I mean, I think it could work. But there's also been reports like he isn't the biggest team guy. So is he going to be cool with buying into where he's like pretty much like the third guy?
Yeah, he ain't going to be the main guy. He's going to be 3 at best.
Yeah, I assume they're going to fire him. He's going to be the scapegoat again. He's going to be the scapegoat like Vogel was, and Vogel probably getting ready to get ran out of Phoenix and be the scapegoat for that.
Yep. Probably right.
Because it's been reported that Durant wasn't happy with the way he was used offensively and stuff. So I wouldn't be surprised if Vogel don't end up being the scapegoat for that, because Phoenix really can't do nothing because the way their contracts and stuff are set up, they can't. There's only guys they can really trade would be Durant, Booker, or I'm not sure if Bill was one of them or not. But then, because some other guys, the way they have with their spending and stuff, there's certain guys they can't trade away and stuff. So there's not a whole lot that they're going to be able to do to try to improve that team.
Well, a couple of those guys.
They need a point guard badly. That's one thing. I think that's the big thing with them. They need a point guard badly, and they need to figure out offensively how to get the most out of them 3 guys together. But the big problem they had was injuries. Them 3 guys, their big 3, wasn't on the court a whole lot together either. No, Glenn, I agree that they weren't going to do much without a point guard, and then they just don't have. I don't think they have the chemistry.
Yeah,
and you don't have a whole lot of depth because you're so front loaded.
Yeah.
Well, tonight we have some more NBA playoffs. Couple series could come to an end. One There's 3 games, but the first game, 76ers and Knicks. Knicks are up 3-1 in this series, looking to close it out at home tonight. The Knicks are 4-point favorites. They're minus 164 on the money line. 76ers are plus 136 on the money line. Over-unders at 203.5. I like New York Knicks here at the -4. I guess something about Joel Embiid, I guess, missed a shoot around or something.
Yeah.
He's been crying and whining about the fans selling their tickets to New York fans and stuff. And I have to give Embiid some credit on this. So that dude has a knee injury that he's coming back from. He's not. You can tell he's not 100%. He's playing. He's playing through it and he's playing hard. He's not just out there halfway doing it. And then he has the Bell palsy stuff going on, and I mean, he's trying to do everything he can to carry that team to the next round, and he ain't getting enough help from everybody else either. It just sucks. It seems like he's always hurt around this time.
Bell's palsy, I've never had it, but I have a brother that's battled it, and my daughter has had it. It's not an easy thing to deal with. So
that's what I'm saying. I give him a lot of credit for trying to battle through all the stuff he has going on and going out there and giving his best effort, because he has been, and he's played good in parts. He just gets wore out because he's trying to do so much. Yeah, Glenn Buddy Hill's been awful. Yeah, the other guys around him haven't been able to step up, and so I think the Knicks are going to close it out tonight. Then you have the Orlando Magic, Cleveland Cavaliers. This series is tied 2-2. Home team has won every game. I like Cleveland tonight. Ooh, it's went up to 5 now. Was it 4? No, it's went down to 5. It was 5.5. So I like Cleveland at the -5. They're minus 200 on the money line. Orlando is plus 168 on the money line. Over unders at 201.5 in that game. I'm gonna go with Cleveland at the -5.
Glenn will take some of them out.
Glenn will be at the front door of the crowbar. Yeah. Taking out these.
Taking out the Knicks fans.
And then the last game tonight, speaking of the field house, you have the Indiana Pacers on the road at the Milwaukee Bucks. Pacers up 3-1 in this series, looking to close it out tonight. Pacers are 4-point favorites.
Really?
On the road, minus 184 on the money line. Bucks are plus 154 on the money line. Over-unders at 216. I like the Pacers here at the -4.
Oh, you think they're going to close it out?
Yeah, I think they're going to close it out tonight. If you've watched this series, the Pacers have outplayed the Bucks every game. Pretty much about every game other than the first half of game 1. Because even that second half, they outplayed them in the second half, but they just dug themselves so big of a fucking hole in the first half that it didn't matter. But since then, I mean, they've pretty much outplayed them. They tried to blow that game Friday. They had opportunities to win it in regulation and in overtime, and then end up getting in overtime. I mean, if you said the other night, you hit that free throw, that game probably never goes in overtime. But I like the way the Pacers are playing right now. Their defense has been good and rebounding's been better.
Yes.
And if they can keep that up with the rebounding and what they're doing on the defensive side, they're going to have a chance to go deep in the playoffs, because they can score points. They have a lot of offense. It's just been the rebounding and defense that has kind of held them back some in the regular season. And so far this series, it's been better.
Yeah, I agree. It definitely has.
It just bothers me that everybody's just, if Pacers do win, everybody's because
it's all right.
Because they got all their guys hurt. I think I think the Pacers are going to win anyway.
They can be saying that if we win that, then beat the Knicks and make it to the finals. They can keep saying that. I care less.
I don't know. It's just Pacers are a better team than what people want to give them credit for.
Oh yeah, I agree with you. but their Achilles heel has been at times rebounding and defensive, especially the defense to me, because I think the rebounding got better with some of the people they picked up.
Well, and the thing that favored the Pacers a little bit, I know this sounds weird, but going into the playoffs favored the Pacers and me because all season they've played better. They've played better against the top teams than they did the bottom teams. So, I mean, if you look at their record, I'm pretty sure they have a winning record against the top teams, but the bottom teams they would lose to. It's like they play down to them. It was weird. So being in a format like this where you're playing the better teams, I think they stay up every game, and it's been different.
I wanted to ask you a question, and Big Glenn this question too. Do you think that tournament earlier in the year, even though that midseason tournament wasn't a big deal necessarily, but the fact that the Pacers played well in that, did pretty well, do you think that's helping them now?
I think it's helped them a little bit, but I also think it hurt them some. I know that sounds strange, but the reason I say that, I do think it's helped them a little bit now with their confidence because they played in what was considered a big games against like the Bucks and was able to you know, getting beat by the Lakers, but you were in kind of like a playoff atmosphere. I'm not going to say it's not the same, but in a way I think it kind of hurt them too because if you look at it, Tyrese Halliburton really hadn't been the same since then. I don't know if maybe getting up because everybody's so worried about load management and regular season. I mean, like if they were playing a little harder because of that, and then he had the injury, and I think the biggest part of him was trying to come back too quick from the injury because he was trying to make sure he played enough games. So I think it's helped him more than hurt him, but I do think there's some things that can hurt you coming out of that in-season tournament. But I do think the experience can help them now here in these playoffs. Especially, I think it gave them some confidence. Pacers about to send these old dudes to Cancun. Glenn said he thinks it's helping him.
This is interesting what Big Glenn says here.
Huh. I mean, I know there's teams and definitely a lot of people do think about that because look at all the people who wanted the Lakers to lose, so they didn't have to play the Nuggets in the first round.
Yep.
So I mean, I don't know if that's true or not, but I wouldn't put it past them. I mean, it could be something that could have been, or if he didn't throw them, it could have been more of going into them games is like, if we lose these games, it's not a big deal because we'd rather play Milwaukee anyway. So, I mean, that definitely could have been part of the thought process. I mean, hell, last night I heard a guy say that in baseball that he'll batter on purpose because it's easier to get a double play. Have you ever heard that strategy? So sometimes I'll walk a guy on purpose because it's easier to get a double play than a strikeout. That was something I heard yesterday.
Okay, well,
I thought that was a pretty bold strategy myself.
That's a pretty weird strategy, but
thought it was a pretty bold strategy. Stevie said unbeatable strategy.
Who'd you hear from, Stevie?
No, it wasn't him.
Okay,
that's why he's crying because it wasn't him. He knows exactly who it was.
What Austin was it?
No. You think I raised a boy that's that stupid?
Well, I've seen some of the things he's done, but he's not stupid. I won't say that. He's different. I'll say that.
Put it this way: it was somebody that you
I know him.
You helped mold him. You used to be one of his coaches. So,
oh God.
Stevie's cracking up. Yeah.
Stevie, how you doing with old LeBron gone? You okay? All the old guard's gone, man. There's the Golden State and all these superstars are getting old and about done. What do you think? What do you think about that, Chris? We talked about a little bit about that the other day. Time for the new stars.
Problem is, most of the new stars are
Soft.
or foreigners. I mean,
What are you, a racist?
yeah.
I'm a foreigner. Hell, what the hell?
No, I'm not racist, but all I'll say it is, it's sports fans, right or wrong, in the United States, they get behind the guys that are from the United States a little bit more than they do the players from other nations. And right now, the best players in the league are all
and there's people mad about it too.
are all foreign players.
People,
I mean, you got with Luka and Jokic and Wembanyama. I mean, most of these new stars are foreign players.
He thinks he needs to get out of LA. Where do you think LeBron would need to go? What would be
what I think he's going to do if he leaves LA? I think he's going to go to the Golden State Warriors, and he's going to play with Steph Curry and Draymond Green.
I don't know if him and Draymond get
along. Oh, they're good buddies.
Are they?
Yeah. Oh yeah, they're represented by the same agent and stuff. They do business and stuff.
Okay,
they do business and stuff together off court and stuff.
Being buddies off court, him being buddies on court. Draymond's doing some of this crazy shit. I don't know if that would work. Back to Cleveland, huh?
Stevie said, "Come to Indiana, we'll win a chip the first year." No, we'd have to give up too much of our young core to do that.
Yep.
Glenn said he should go to the Seattle Storm.
Seattle Storm.
Golden State or Cleveland. I could see him going to Golden State because he's always said that one player he would love to play with was Steph Curry. And I mean, it's been known for the last few years. Him and Draymond are. I mean, they are pretty good friends and stuff. I know it's different.
So is his contract up? Or I mean, what is his status? Official status?
I'm not sure. I think he can. Can he opt in? I'd have to look. I'm not 100%. Some people I'd heard say OKC.
All the young guys.
Throw him in with that young team and with Gilchrist Alexander.
That'd be a good move. That'd be a good move for him. I mean, big live.
Dude, that would be hilarious because you know the amount of media coverage that would get if Draymond punched LeBron James at practice.
That'd be nuts.
Oh, Shea's not the MVP. Jokic is an MVP this year. But Shea has had a hell of a season. I would put a lot of these people want to put Luka ahead of Shea and have. A lot of people want Luka to win the MVP, but I would go Jokic and then Shea. I knew Stevie was going to say that. I want no punch. That was just a love tap there about 4 or 5 years ago.
Oh, LeBron act like he died.
Yeah. Oh God!
Quit living in the past. He's on his way to Cancun.
He threw up a Hail Mary and got lucky and it banked in.
He ain't even on his way to Cancun. I'll be like,
There's a good video. There's a good video on YouTube of me and Stevie going back and forth about that. And Eric sitting there just sitting there, and then he'd jump in, and he'd be on my side. And then a few minutes later, he'd jump in, he'd be on Stevie's side. He'd just sit there and play both sides.
I'll be like Barkley. Lakers ain't even good enough to go to Cancun. They have to go to Galveston, play in the dirty water.
All right. Did we do the rest of our picks?
That ain't picks yet.
You haven't done it. We haven't made through the NBA.
You did NBA.
All
I haven't done any. I don't do NBA.
I forgot. You're scared of the NBA.
NBA sucks. Other than the Pacers.
NHL. I'm gonna go with the Bruins on the money line at home against the Maple Leafs. Boston's up 3-1 in that series.
Yep.
And then I'm gonna go with the Avalanche on the road at the Jets on the money line. If I remember correctly, Avalanche I think is up
3-1. I believe.
3-1. The other game, I think Hurricanes are going to win, but I just didn't like the spread. It's minus 255 on the Hurricanes. I think the Hurricanes win, but they're a pretty big favorite.
Okay, Hurricanes play tonight?
Huh? Yeah. I guess there's actually 4 games. I didn't even see that the Predators and the Canucks play. I thought there was only 3. But yeah, there's 4 games. At 7, you got Maple Leafs and Bruins. 7:40, you got Islanders and Hurricanes. Didn't they play last night? And then you got Avalanche and Jets at 9:40, and at 10, you have Predators and Canucks.
You said Florida? Who'd you say?
Carolina Hurricanes.
Okay. All right. Yep, you're right. I thought you was talking about the Panthers. I was confused. I'm not real bright. I told you.
Islanders and Hurricanes.
Okay. My NHL. You done with your NHL?
So
there's 4 games.
I only thought there was 3, but there is 4. Yeah, I just picked the 2. Actually, I'll add one. I'm gonna add the Canucks over the Predators at home at the minus 125 on the money line. So I'm going Bruins money line, Avalanche money line, and Canucks money line for NHL tonight.
Okay, my NHL tonight, I've got Boston money line at home against Toronto. I have Carolina at home money line against the Islanders. I have Colorado on the money line on the road against Winnipeg, and then I have Vancouver at home money line against Nashville.
Stevie wants to know who you got winning, Paul or Tyson.
When is that fight?
I think it's in July. I'm not sure. I know they didn't make it officially a sanctioned fight.
Did they make it a sanctioned fight now? I thought they wasn't going to do a sanctioned fight.
I heard yesterday
they changed it again. Okay.
They're fighting 8 2-minute rounds.
Okay. Are they still using the great big gloves?
They're using, I want to say,
they went back down.
I think 14-ounce gloves.
Okay.
So still bigger gloves than normal because I think it's usually 10 or 12 ounce. I think they're using 14-ounce gloves if I remember from what I heard yesterday.
If I think it's real, I think Tyson beat the shit out of him, but I don't know if it's real or not. That's my problem.
I think if Tyson can, I just don't know how many rounds Tyson can go at a high level. So I think Tyson needs to knock the shit out of him early. I think Tyson hits him clean. He's going to break him in half. I know he's 57, but still, I guarantee that dude can still hit.
Yep.
But it could be interesting. That's the thing. How serious are they taking it?
Yeah.
But yeah, from what I heard yesterday, the Texas Athletic Commission or whatever sanctioned it. So it will count like it would count in the records. I would think if Tyson was willing to do that, I think Tyson's going to come in there. I think he's taking it serious because I don't see him just agreeing to this and it's not taking it serious and it's going to be an exhibition, but it's going to be a loss. It would count as a loss on my record. I don't see Tyson just doing, doing that to make. So that's one reason I kind of think it might be a little more competitive than what people think. All right. Did you do your NHL?
Yeah.
Okay. MLB for tonight. I have quite a few games tonight, but I end up going with. I'm gonna go with the St. Louis Cardinals. On the money line on the road at the Detroit Tigers. I'm going to go with the Minnesota Twins on the money line on the road against the Chicago White Sox. I'm going to go with the Cleveland Guardians at the +1.5 on the road at the Houston Astros. Guardians did get a win yesterday against the Astros as well. And then I'm going to take the Cincinnati Reds at the +1.5 on the road at the San Diego Padres. For some reason, that's not even showing that game on here anymore. Yeah, I wonder why that game. They're not even showing that game on FanDuel. That's going to be my 4 baseball games.
Okay, my Major League Baseball for tonight. I've got 4. I got the Yankees on the road money line at Baltimore. I got Minnesota money line at Chicago. I've got Texas money line at home against the Nationals, and then I have Cincinnati money line on the road against Padres.
Okay, there now that's finally showing. Reds Padres. Reds are +1.5 on the run line, +142 on the money line. You have Martinez on the mound for the Reds, and excuse me, Darvish on the mound for the Padres. So I'm going with the Reds at the +1.5. I just want to make sure that hadn't changed. All right. Well, do you have anything else for today?
No, I think I'm good to go. Go Pacers.
Yeah,
Go Reds.
Pacers play at 9.
I know, and I'm mad. I'm going to be at work.
Join us 7 p.m. Eastern as pro wrestler superstar TJ Powers will be joining us. Should be a great conversation. He's been in the business for like 40 years and
he wrestled for WWF. He wrestled for WCW. Wrestled with Dick the Bruiser. Dude's got a lot of knowledge. Still wrestling, still competing. He's like what, 67 years old, I believe, something like that. He was in his 60s.
Yeah, so yeah, he's going to be on the night 7 o'clock. So join us for that. Should be a great conversation. Yeah, Reds play tonight at 9:40. Pacers play at 9:30. So some stuff to watch tonight for us anyway. I know not everybody's a Pacer and Reds fan, but hey, there's all kinds of games on tonight, so plenty to watch if you're a sports fan. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you guys tomorrow. Please hit that subscribe button on YouTube at Gonzo Sports Room. Like and follow Facebook, Twitch, X, Instagram, all at Gonzo Sports Room as well. And we'll see you guys next time.